Lexi Hull and Sophie Cunningham, no matter, will make more than a max contracted endorsements if they stay with the Fever. But Lexi Hull has been spotted back. This is a tweet from Birdology, and this is from obviously Lexi Hull's Instagram. Has Lexi Hull posted anything else on her Instagram?
Lexi Hull just walked into the Indiana Fever facility, and social media is in full meltdown mode. But let's cut through the noise for a second, because what you're seeing is not some casual off-season gym session. This is a high-stakes, franchise-shifting power play that could determine whether the Fever build a dynasty, or drift right back into the shadows. Let's get one thing straight, we're not hoping Lexi Hull comes back, that we're operating like her return is already locked in, and if that sounds cocky, that's only because people haven't been paying attention to the economics of the WNBA in the Caitlin Clark era. The league won't say this out loud, but it's reality. Lexi Hull and Sophie Cunningham stand to make far more money staying in Indiana next to Caitlin Clark than they ever would chasing a max contract somewhere else. This isn't about a slightly better salary, this is life-changing endorsement money, generational wealth versus a nice raise. And if anyone wants to throw lectures about loyalty or culture, let's be adults, this is pro sports. Players get maybe a decade to secure their financial future. Nobody is picking a random rebuilding market over the Caitlin Clark economic engine. Be serious. Birdology caught Lexi on Instagram inside the Fever facility with trainers Keith Porter and Rob Dewar. Rob's joking around with trick shots. Lexi, fully locked in. Fans are treating it like routine off-season work, but it's not. It's Lexi announcing her intentions, that I'm staying where the money is, that I'm staying where the lights hit brightest, that I'm staying where championships are built. But now we have to talk about something nobody wants to bring up. Keith Porter is still in a walking boot 3 months after tearing his Achilles. 3 months. That's not great. An Achilles tear is a monster injury with a 9 to 12 month recovery timeline, but being stuck in a boot this far in raises real questions. That I've torn my Achilles. I graduated college in that boot. I dealt with a pulmonary embolism that slowed recovery. I'm not guessing here, this looks off. And it raises uncomfortable questions about timelines and whether players are being pushed too fast. But back to Lexi, because this is the real story. The moment she's back in Indianapolis, working hand in hand with Fever staff, the odds she stays skyrocket. That's not speculation. That's how this league works. Players who spend the off-season in the building almost never bolt in free agency. You know who we aren't seeing at the facility? Brianna Turner. And before Turner supporters jump in, I think she still has a genuine shot at returning. But the reality is hard to ignore. No training facility content, no consistent work with team staff, no signs she's embedded the same way Lexi is. That tells you exactly where Indiana's priorities are. Turner averaged 10.4 points in Australia. Solid. Not dominant. Her defense is elite, sure, but the modern WNBA demands two-way value. Lexi Hull brings something you can't teach: relentless hustle, chaos defense, sacrifice, every loose ball, every charge, every possession that tilts momentum. Does she have to be a starter? That's where the conversation gets tricky. Straight up, Sophie Cunningham is the more complete player. Better scorer, steadier defender, smarter decision maker. No controversy there. But Lexi has a superpower. She draws charges at an elite level. Can she shut down Ryan Howard or Kalia Copper in isolation? No, almost nobody can. That's why Kelsey Mitchell handles those matchups. But if you're a guard who loves to fight through screens, play physical, lean into contact, Lexi Hull is your nightmare. She'll bait you into 2 offensive fouls by halftime. She'll break your rhythm. She'll live inside your head. Remember that playoff game against Atlanta? Lexi sealed the win with the defensive play of the night, the kind that doesn't trend until it swings a postseason series. Now, I'll be honest. Nobody knows exactly how valuable a defensive instigator like Lexi is to a championship formula. The WNBA doesn't have enough historical data to map that out precisely. But here's what we do know: if you value that kind of defensive chaos, nobody does it better than Lexi Hull. Sophie is a different type of defender, a wall. Disciplined, physical, reliable, but not built to erase elite shot creators. Either .2 defenders. 2 styles. Both valuable, and honestly, a rotation where either one starts based on matchups would be a dream problem for any franchise. But here's the bigger truth: the Fever's priority isn't picking between Sophie and Lexi. The priority is keeping the entire core intact. Sophie, Lexi, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and yes, KK Heyman, too. Upside still matters. Secure those 6, and then Indiana can go hunting. Then they can spend whatever it takes to land a real power forward. Someone who can battle inside. Someone who can guard Breanna Stewart and Aya Wilson without getting bullied. Because right now, Indiana is one strong power forward away from being the favorite to win it all. Just one dot, and the reason they could actually pull it off isn't just talent, it's chemistry. Continuity. A core that has survived the postseason fires and understands what winning costs. That's why Lexi Hull showing up in Indianapolis isn't just good news, it's critical. It's the difference between maximizing Caitlin Clark's prime, or wasting it. And here's the truth nobody wants to say, Caitlin Clark is on a clock. She has maybe 5 years before the league fully adapts, before mileage and injuries start creeping in, before the window shifts. 5 years to build a championship roster. Indiana doesn't have the luxury of slow development. Re-sign Lexi now, get that power forward now, because if they wait until Caitlin enters her true physical prime, it'll already be too late. This offseason will decide the next decade of Fever basketball, and Lexi Hull walking into the facility, that's the first domino falling exactly where it needs to. Is it a guarantee she stays? No. Free agency is unpredictable, agents negotiate. Teams come calling, nothing is real until ink hits paper. But if I'm an Indiana fan, I'm breathing easier tonight. Presence matters, proximity matters, off-season loyalty matters, and Lexi Hull is building all three in Indiana. Right now. So tell me, is Lexi Hull staying with the Fever, or is this just smoke before she signs somewhere else? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you think the Fever are on the brink of a dynasty, hit that subscribe button, because this WNBA offseason is about to get wild, and Lexi Hull's decision might be the spark that changes everything.